Hola, buenas, aquí Skull y hoy volvemos con otro capítulo más de Disco Elysium. Seguimos donde lo habíamos dejado en el capítulo anterior. Continuamos aquí con nuestro protagonista, con Kim, con su compañero, aquí intentando averiguar el asesinato de este cadáver que estaba colgado aquí en un árbol y, bueno, toda la trama política que hay alrededor, toda la historia que hay aquí alrededor. Bueno, a ver si averiguamos algo, gente, y venga, vamos a darle caña. Gente, vamos a hablar... ¿Qué pasa aquí? Del conducto emana olor rancio de un almacén de patatas en primavera. Están haciendo alcohol ahí abajo. ¿Sabrán algo esta gente?
The purity of snow always reminds me of...
No saben nada. Pues... me llama la atención eso, ¿eh? Vale.
Hi again, gendarme.
Necesitamos subir compostura.
Bye bye, gendarme.
Compostura, where it is. Vale, hemos subido compostura y aparte de eso podríamos ponernos ropa que aumente la compostura. Por ejemplo, esto. Esto. Vale. Por aquí tenemos algo más. Compostura de los zapatos. Y conectividad que me da un poco igual. Venga, vamos a ver.
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched. Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. Maggot sideways. What are... Yes, if you want...
Hi again, gendarme.
It's the sports.
Bye bye, gendarme.
No lo conseguimos, ¿eh? No está esto nada sencillo. Vale, lo único que se me ocurre... Para asumir la responsabilidad tenemos que avanzar en el juego. Lleva aquí al lugar donde hallaste el cadáver, ya lo hemos hecho. El espíritu es eterno, esto me da igual. La chaqueta de los infortunios, hay que lavar la chaqueta. Hay que encontrar el arma del crimen. Esto me da igual, esto ya lo haremos. Esto estamos en ello, hablando por teléfono. Los tatuajes de la víctima. Preguntarle a alguien más sobre el significado de los tatuajes. ¿Quién denunció el crimen? Encuentra una forma de entrar al pasadizo secreto. La hora del karaoke. Bueno. Creo que lo único que se me ocurre es ir a ver dónde puedo lavar la ropa. Vamos a volver a venir por aquí.
Looking for something?
Vale, cuéntame.
Is this about the questions again? A warehouse?
She looks up.
Fine. For it doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room.
The tear machine your bottles
Vale, 80 céntimos por las botellas que hemos recogido. Todo cuenta. Y vámonos, gente. Yo qué sé. No sé qué decir. Necesitamos una lavandería. Y no sé dónde la vamos a encontrar. Es un tema eso, ¿eh?
The file cabinet stands steady as ever. Remember, Leo, Everart's shoes. Special whirling borscht. Water Everart's plants. Sweep office floor. All items on the drawer slide.
Vale. Lo único que se me ocurre es venir otra vez por aquí a ver si encontramos a alguien. A ver si podemos abrir esta puerta, chicos.
before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here, and as it's always...
A ver, ¿me dirá algo más este tipo?
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother you with a long greeting, just like we talked about before. I know you're probably a busy... Oh, yes, yes. Of course, mister. I'm more than happy to be helpful. Oh, that one.
Told you.
Vale, a ver, ¿y si hablamos con este tío qué?
Mr. Dubois, every worker for himself, right? A fantastic change of heart. Just open one little door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just...
Abre la puerta del apartamento para Ebrard. No creo que lo haga, ¿eh?
Yes.
Gente.
What do you want to know? Good.
No creo que abramos eso, porque lo de la mafia y tal no me gusta. No quiero involucrarme con ellos. Esa puerta está verde. Esa puerta ahora está verde. Y ahí es donde llevamos escuchando ruido rato.
Right to work! Right to...
Vale. Pues venga, vámonos. ¿De dónde narices podremos sacar las llaves para entrar en la parte esa de ahí abajo, eh? Es un poco raro eso. Encuentra a alguien más también con quien hablar de los tatuajes. Eso también es principal, ¿sabéis? O sea, es misión principal.
The door has braved the elements for decades. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place.
That's probably the door Evrard mentioned. We still need to get the key from this mañana first, though.
Vale. Mañana nos tiene que dar la llave. Bien, 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 bien. Ya tengo un camino para seguir, gente, por lo menos. Que no sabía ya ni por dónde tirar, ¿eh?
Hola, Wandering Man. A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open? Of course, I got you. You don't know any... I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
Soy un oportunista, he visto una oportunidad y la he aprovechado. Yo solo he oído algo de una comadreja y no precisamente de la autóctona.
Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life. None of this mess we're in. this jiving and juggling. What? I'm more of a fit.
Who? He? Ask him about the Hardy Boys.
Los Hardys? They're sort of like you. We're negotiating. Aye. This stuff. Never grateful. All of it. However, right now we want all the harp. I think it's best you make up your own. I guess you kind of.
By that, you...
By heavens, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is risk. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world. Sure thing.
What is this? News of the world?
Call me Mañana.
Mañana, not a given name for certain. It's a taken name. The kind for artists, or criminals, or...
A name worthy of the man who holds it, friend. Names are important. I'd say now that we are getting so well acquainted, what's your name?
Tequila Sunset.
Boyadero.
You see his eyes turn teary with appreciation. You receive a good, strong handshake in return. He takes a swig from his flask, then offers you some.
A man walking on the edge of a razor, eh? So, you need...
Vale, vámonos, gente. Me ofrecen alcohol aquí en todos los sitios, ¿eh? Curioso. Vale, vamos a entrar en esa zona que es lo nuevo que hemos desbloqueado. A ver si por lo menos nos abre más... Esa puerta nos abre otro camino por el que seguir, porque es que si no, no tengo ni idea de qué voy a hacer. Ya tenemos la llave. Nos la ha dado mañana. Yo le he dicho que me llamo Tequila Sunset porque soy un pro. Y poco más, gente. Voy a beber un poquito, ¿eh?
The door has braved the elements for decades. Someone is moving around in... The tenant must be... No answer.
That already defeats the point, doesn't it? Let's get out of here.
The key stop. The lieutenant looks first at the door, then back at you, then signals you to back. As you turn to leave, you hear footsteps on the other side.
We should leave and go talk with Evrard. Tell him what happened, that we couldn't open the door.
Vale. Volvemos con Evrard. Vaya paseíto, ¿eh? Lo de recoger basura, gente, creo que se acabó. Voy a ir todo el rato con las tenacillas y con esto, ¿vale? La verdad que la pinta que llevamos es un poco lamentable. Habría que mejorar un poco nuestra presencia. Vale, vamos a ver. Voy a escoger otra ropa. Chaqueta de comandante. Esto me parece bien. Camisa de satén blanca. Perfecto. Sombrero, no tenemos ninguno que sea bueno. Este me quita percepción. Lo voy a dejar puesto. Los guantes, llevamos los Faln serie Ultra. Esto me puedo poner los Faln. Pero en realidad deberíamos llevar un pantalón un poquito más Este está bien, en verdad, ¿eh? Ese pantalón. Vale. Y zapatos. Había unas botas que me aumentan la percepción, o estos zapatos que aumentan los impuestos indirectos. Bueno. Vale, así vamos a ir, gente. Me gustaría no haberle dado el sombrero a aquella señora, sin querer, pero bueno.
Mr. Dubois, you fucked up. Everard forgives, Harry. Don't cry, my boy. It's gonna be all right. I'm still gonna tell you about the murder. That's just the way I am. Benevolent. Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men. By now, Harry, this...
You mean our victim?
A security contractor.
He performs a motion as if...
I'm talking beasts. Hard and kill. Everything they did there, they brought over here. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. Yes, but enough about one of them got...
By negotiator.
Harry, we got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push up. There's a militant wing inside the union.
That sounds a bit like...
They're like you.
Again.
So these ideally.
He probably...
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for...
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested.
If he's just boasting, then it sure doesn't feel like that. He places a lot of faith in that.
So they shot him?
He was shot in the head before.
How odd. I don't know what to say, Lieutenant. They told me they hanged him. What I do know is, the case is in safe hands. How do I know? Last winter, these guys...
So you believe this guy...
Bueno, este está soltando mucha mierda.
One of those guys looks big. Of course. You're always one step ahead. Tribunal?
He's clearly happy about the tribunal.
Oh, Harry. What do I really...
He wants you to do more things.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking... Oh, they are old Thea.
Interesting. Who said...
They're almost all of them. Work with them.
He's betting on them being useless to you.
But of course.
You can now go and tell Titus about this.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real. I'm not giving you anything.
Needless to say, this is another...
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you. Was it a good talk? I don't know what happened. Yes, Harry. It's like...
A man of the left. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
What does your heart tell you?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper. I'm glad you asked, Harry. There's a nameless little street...
Depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
But, he thinks, it's your...
As I said, it weighs on me heavy. Yes, yes.
You're already pretty deep.
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre. You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the point. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then, most certainly, Harry. Not by all means, Harry. What's on your mind?
Vale, nos pide las firmas de los que viven en la aldea pesquera para construir algo.
Honorable one, you have accumulated a substantial amount of honor points on your life path. You are a man. Oh, you are on the fast track to becoming one of the rarest, most living in selflessness forms the basis for the warrior code. Are you ready to drink deep? Yes, even among the honor comes, you need to bring the thumb of your right hand, your sword.
Meterte un pulgar en el culo. Todo cuanto quise fue vivir con dignidad y morir con honor.
To form the arch of honors. Most you brought much.
¿Estamos zumbados o qué? Vale, tenemos que hablar con distintas personas.
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother.
Vale. Vámonos. Desde aquí no podemos hacer viaje rápido, lo cual es un rollo. Pero no pasa nada. Venga, vamos. A ver si podemos hablar con esta peña.
C'est en promising, raise. Right to work. Right to free flow of commerce. The man's breathing.
¿Con quién nos han dicho que hablemos? Tenemos que hablar con alguien, gente. Pero no sé con quién.
Looking for something.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Hmm.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You gonna go and tell on us?
Yeah, I heard him. Let me
Explosive laughter follows. To his men, Titus Hardy is a golden god. They, as you look around this room full of sweat,
¿Dónde he visto esto antes?
swearing, you believe the place. You've seen Apricot.
Lo pillo, Tidus. Vosotros sois la autoridad de este lugar.
You got a problem with beer?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
Speak for yourself.
They didn't see shit.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about...
So what? What do you want from me?
Don't let him drink that. One, just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her. But you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her...
What is her name?
Clausia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit. Blonde. Relationship? There was no fucking relationship.
Was like that karaoke incident. Oh,
Okay, enough.
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know.
Here you go, boss.
I know her.
How well...
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for...
He tries to make it sound real.
You mean Revachol? Nah.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had... Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this.
You don't know her. Not the way I do. What do you think I meant? Yes, yes, and no. Got something to say about it? No.
He really went out of...
Remember what I said. Again? Yeah, whatever.
Vale, chicos. Ya sabemos quién es la tía, y es la rubia que estaba al principio del juego, que nos encontramos. La chica rubia. Habitación número 3. Maravilloso. Al final hemos tenido que hablar con el tío ese porque si no, no podíamos avanzar, ¿eh? Era imposible.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
This is the police.
Come on up. The door is open.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere.
Ha pagado la habitación 4 meses por adelantado.
This medicine cabinet, it's been used quite a lot. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles wrapped Necra. This is
Interesting.
among some foreign, probably Messinian, or nothing of note. The further
Vale. Ya estamos donde queríamos, gente.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises. You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand. Just a glance. Then the lieutenant gives you an.
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still below her silvery jumpsuit. An athletic young body.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. It's much nicer now.
Where the dead body used to hang.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
There is something in her light brown eyes.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number. They also.
I am Kim Kitsuragi.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer? Like, right?
There is the tiniest.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something.
Clausier Amondou. Vrai de fort. A bad memory, officer. Of lilac.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there. I'm 28. Something stupid.
Wanna hear what's stupid? His partner, he's warm. Mullins replies.
What I need's lit. What I need's literature. It's what I fear fail.
If that's true, then River Show.
Nothing. I do nothing with it. It's not very cool, but what can you do? I'm afraid you...
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast. Along with...
Thank you for your candor.
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river. If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Okie Dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
Nothing. I do not. Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Rani's lit. Many things.
It's the world's... Of course she won a beauty.
The record. So official. Yeah.
No one likes to talk about their dirty...
I'm Winter.
How long have you been
About 4 months.
The bills downstairs.
Here in the Whirling, here in... Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bomb. Thank you. I've put a lot of time...
Technically, no, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
What did you say? Oh my god. Now it's turning into narco mate. I'm sorry. Comes in handy when you've done too many opiates.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry. Very funky. Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke. She looks at chipped white polish.
Pretty. Looks like a dried Maybell. Is that the one you... A martial arts, sir?
Samurai boxing.
Why?
Or an admirer?
Admirers? I'm too old to be a debutante. And this place is... Yes. You're just one room away.
Good. Yes. This means she could have heard something. Like what she...
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions. Like...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Something difficult? I've been through at least... It's a bit early in the morning for rape.
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Is it? It is afternoon. Yeah... I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must...
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone...
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. Pretty much.
Warming them.
We partied. A lot of partying.
From Titus. About her and Titus's relationship.
We drank.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect. Making you drink hard. I guess you can say that.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs.
She appears aloof with
Ojo que no fue violada la chica, sino que lo que nos están contando aquí es que conocía al tío y bueno.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that. Oh, yes.
A bitter cringe. He takes a small...
You called us.
Yes.
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if...
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravachol, miss.
Because I didn't exactly with nail clippers.
So, she's got...
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to.
Jigsaw falling into place.
I don't know, sir.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, I'm 89% sure. You know how it is.
Do you?
Maybe you don't.
There are numerous...
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium, not raped, here. Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I'm sorry,
I know it's difficult, miss.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine. You don't want to know.
She dips.
I can see the similarity.
Funny.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on.
¿Por qué le colgaron si no fue por violación?
He had something to do with the strike.
And his role...
Por la huelga.
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military.
And they lynched him for...
She nods.
Bullet? They shot him too?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that...
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it.
This is beginning to get...
Cowering. They're frequent guests. Over drinks. A little.
Like you partied with the...
No. Not...
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical...
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
I hope not. Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work.
She breathes a silvery sigh.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth. Soft. I have bad news for you. You know these guys? Who? Me. Yes, you. You too. Me? These guys are compromised. Believe it. You can't. She may. See? There's no way of. All bullshit, man. Especially. No, really. Glory. I take it back. She likes you. How it always does. There's nothing you. No. It's better to know you.
Gente, estoy pasando esto porque estos son los pensamientos que tiene el protagonista y no me interesan en absoluto.
That is correct. A little. But when it comes to assessments, don't be melodramatic. Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this. For a second, still smiling. A tired smile.
Not my favorite topic. How about we... Not my favorite topic. How about we... Yeah? Yeah. The contamination spreads. For me, talk...
Somewhere below, military-grade SAD is dripping off the walls.
Cool. Alright, why not?
You made the right call there. I'm talking about... Yes, of course not. You've always been anti-narco militant.
That's good to hear.
Vale, ¿qué es lo que hemos sacado aquí? Bueno, la verdad que me da bastante igual.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it. If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. You think so? She seems forthcoming. Unusually so. The best liars are always forthcoming.
Aquí lo que te está diciendo, lo que yo creo es que oculta algo esta tía. Y lo que nos dice Kim es que no lo sabe. Pero también nos dice al mismo tiempo que es posible.
Is pristine, smooth as ice, following your lead. The lieutenant.
Looks like it, yes.
You know which window has not been recently replaced? Yes, that one.
Han cambiado la ventana. Vamos a preguntarle.
Officer. It's a... Yeah, it is.
The lieutenant, he finds the answer unsatisfying.
All right.
The same small, heavy door.
I don't know, Lieutenant Yefreiter. It is not the first clue. I don't know. The further we get, the more the vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number...
It's barred from the inside. You hear, sounds like it's heavy, too. Must be something valuable inside to go through the trouble of protecting it. The door is very sturdy indeed.
Cuidado, que me mato.
You kick it, gung-ho style. Entering...
All right. Let's trash the place.
Let's not.
Vale. En teoría ya lo hemos hecho todo. Vale, hay que volver más adelante, gente.
Hey, was there something you needed?
No necesito nada, tú tranqui.
Hi again, Gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme.
Vale, pues vamos a seguir averiguando cosas del crimen. Ahora vamos a recriminarle aquí a esta peña otras cosas.
I've got nothing to say to you.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now? Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
You've hit a nerve. Titus.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her.
She's just in denial, asshole. Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type.
She wasn't raped. The witnesses' statements were very clear.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you.
His hands become...
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna...
Titus Hardy.
Success. Titus backs off. Fist goddamn no one.
Everard personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south...
The room is so quiet you could hear a pin drop. The rest of the cafeteria has gone quiet. Someone has
Ojito con el Evar, eh?
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got showing to him, T.
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit.
This is their last play. This take. Their story is in tatters.
You don't care.
Big T.
I won't be on your... What's on it? You think we go into this? We have...
Understood? You've listened in on their communications.
Since way before their chief.
Things got nice and... It's not advanced.
Don't put yourself down, Angus.
Yeah, man. You're like a...
I'm sure we can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this?
Yeah, please.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too...
Don't forget your tape, lawman. You do that. Oh. Yeah, you do that.
Vale, tenemos cinta. ¿Cómo la escuchamos?
You stare at the great door gunner. The tape feels ominous. Upon it, there's no weight, but even just holding the tape makes you feel a pawn shop. A pawn shop would have a tape player.
Hi again, gendarme.
Vale, vamos a pillar compostura.
Hi again, gendarme.
42%.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Me voy a cambiar la ropa para subir compostura. Vale, estamos. A ver ahora. 42% a 72%. Cuidado, ¿eh?
Could he be a member
Bien.
of the... Yes, this man is definitely just...
Vale, bueno, que es gay, vale.
We're not
Perfecto.
talking about some kind of cult with members here.
The homosexual underground? Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate? Oh, it's a pleasure group. A Sabrosa pleasure group. Or Thursday night. Sometimes everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identity. But because instead of the traditional family unit, we're going to have... You can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. One is either beautiful. I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here, look. Absolutely wonderful.
A man like you can figure out...
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Vale, o sea, las tiradas estas aportan solo pensamientos adicionales. No es que nos den nada importante. O sea, aquí puedo hacerme gay y ya está. Curioso. Como no recuerda nada, tú puedes hacer ahora que el personaje sea como a ti te dé la gana. Aquí había un reproductor de música, gente.
Below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the...
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Las zapatillas esas me interesan. Para ir en chándal todo el día por ahí.
Hello, hello. Let me... Yeah, we still have those boomboxes on the shelves.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves. And your boombox, that gold and amber.
A discount?
Remember, he doesn't like music. He likes sounds. The Doorgunner Megamix is his type of tape. Certainly it gives...
12 is a good number. Good in... And here you are.
12 reales. Vale. Tenemos el reproductor de cintas.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help. Of course.
Cuidado, quería vender una cosa, gente.
Hello, hello. Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
50 pavos. Empeñado.
Another time, Pat.
El cubo ese ya no nos hace falta. Así que podemos ir por aquí.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless.
Super cool. Now the premium lifestyle is yours, officer.
The sneakers seem to vibrate in your hand.
The junk is yours, officer. Happy listening. Try not to hurt your ears with that.
Vale. Esto nos da coordinación ojo-mano. Nos ponemos también el pantaloncito. Y nos vamos así, ¿eh? Como un pro, fíjate. Me falta solo la chaquetilla. Puedo poner esto. Anda, qué tío. Increíble, increíble outfit. Vale, quiero escuchar las cintas, gente. Estuche de cinta vacío.
The porter reel is just what you needed. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the songs. Then the organ starts playing, a simple telling you about the tiniest. Within seconds a click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops. Of course and the B-side got. The lieutenant looks at you as you remove.
Vale.
The porter reel is just you push. Command set.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the apocalypse. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice room. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked at it.
End of recording. It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls. Still,
There's more going on here than we know.
One of the other mercenaries, I think. A village on the Samaran Isola, in South Safre. Grad committed war. Who knows? Maybe I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her.
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the contrast feels chilly.
Vámonos, chicos. Hay que volver a hablar con la víctima. Vaya pintilla que lleva el colega, ¿eh?
Officer.
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring.
Did he?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
The phrase was used.
Yeah. That was Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style? He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little...
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy.
She's quite observant about the human character. Trained.
Running joke. He was like the Seminoles conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezu all rolled into one. We're all scraping up any
Did he tell you he had actually done any of the...
No. We were too busy.
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage in such a being. What kind of man was he? Before you go...
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready.
She takes a very small sip of...
Like, for example...
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name.
A nickname?
I guess.
Le llamaban Lely a la víctima.
That's a good start. We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can...
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page, the last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
He was 42.
42? Are you sure?
He had many scars that made him appear older. We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago.
Looks like you were right, officer.
Points are good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
It isn't. Police work is,
There is no challenge without. This is clearly sports for him. Something like archery or darts.
That's too conceptual for me. I just like to get autopsies correct.
Inorani.
You were almost right, officer. Let me...
Yes.
Did that bring you together?
No. Blue. Pardon the swear.
He had a combat wound?
Yes.
Ah, yeah.
Vale, nos está describiendo la víctima.
Oh.
It's clear she liked it.
Quite a lot, yes. Sure. Waterways. How?
Is this Oranese?
Yes. He's smoking and drinking, of course. And the woman goes, and he says, and so it goes. Oh yeah. No thank you.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Island. It is when you're high. Why do you ask?
Just have her answer the question. Don't give explanations.
Wow. May...
Everything checks out here. It's all A-OK. No, that's a strange thing to...
All right.
Coolly, gracefully. Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42? Below that, how old? You could ask either one of...
Huh? How old? 58. Actually, make that 54. Alcoholism had severe, and I was wrong about the age of the deceased.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements. To the laboratorium.
Generador de fechas de nacimiento. Habla con Titus sobre el megamix del artillero. Vale, chicos, me voy a quitar esto que me está volviendo loco. Y ahora vamos a hablar del megamix este. Y bueno, chicos, pues nada, hasta aquí. Espero que os haya gustado el vídeo. Si es así, como siempre, dadle al like y mañana nos vemos con más. Chao.